Welcome back, Connect fam, and we are continuing to bring you the heat. We have a special guest for you, our co-host, amazing co-host, and also we can call her our sister, Miss Michelle Havens. Hey, Mitchman. She's here with us today, and it's time to get into it, ladies. Can we do it?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's go. Okay, thanks, Stitches. I love it. My best friends call me Mitch, so I'm in really good company. And that's right. Our next guest is the amazing Ashley Kay, owner of AK Virtual Assistant. She is here to share more about her journey, the benefits of a virtual assistant, and more.
Hi. Hi, Ashley. Welcome to the show. We're so excited to have you here. You have an amazing story. We would love to hear from you and have you share more about your story.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks so much. I'm so excited to be here. I love you all. I know who you all are well. So yeah, my story, geesh, it started about 6 years ago. I lived a pretty linear, went to university, got a dual degree in international business and business management, went into the corporate world because I was told that's what you do. So I was out for dinner with a girlfriend one night, and she said to me, "You should think about becoming a virtual assistant." And I laughed because I had no idea what a VA was. And then about a week later, I started doing some research. About 3 weeks later, I launched AKVA, AK Virtual Assistant Services for short, we call it. And 4 months later, I had to make the decision whether or not to leave my corporate 9 to 5 or to stay at it and make AKVA the side hustle. And I'm just so grateful is the only way that I can explain it to you. I'm so grateful for my team. I'm so grateful for the business. I'm so grateful for the incredible women that we support. We are fully female owned and operated, which is something I am very proud of. And our clients are primarily females. The reason for that is because I am very passionate about supporting female entrepreneurs and putting money and ultimately power back in the hands of female leaders. And it's just something I'm super passionate about. So here we are 5 years later.
Oh my gosh, your story is so inspirational. The fact that you took that step of faith, got out of the boat, the 9 to 5, and you're thriving because you trust yourself, and now you're able to empower others to make their dreams a reality. It's incredible. And I'm sure everyone out there is wanting to know, for those who don't know, can you please explain what does a virtual assistant do?
Sure. So that would depend on the VA. That would also depend on the client you're working with. If you have a VA, you know what I mean. So what a VA ultimately does is they provide administrative or technical or creative support services virtually or from a remote location. So it really depends on the situation, but ultimately you're providing a support service to an entrepreneur or to a small business owner, all virtually.
That is awesome, Ashley. But first, I have to say bonjour by way of Canada. We have to give a shout out to our Canadian viewers out there. But I want to ask you this, Ashley. How long does someone usually work with a VA, a virtual assistant? And are there any suggestions you would have for business owners to prepare themselves when onboarding a VA for the first time?
Yeah, those are both great questions. So how long someone works with a VA honestly entirely depends. Generally speaking, most VAs will work with you in one of two ways. So they'll either work with you on a project basis, which is like a come in, build the deliverables, deliver, get out kind of scenario. And ultimately, the time frame you work with a VA varies. But I would say this, when you're looking to hire a VA, like any decision you make in your business, plan for where you are going, not for where you are now. When it comes to how to prepare for hiring a VA or onboarding a VA, this is what I would tell you. It's a really simple exercise any entrepreneur can use. Take out a notebook. Don't use notes in your phone. Don't use a Google Doc in your computer. Take out an actual notebook. Keep it in your purse, put it beside your laptop or computer where you work. And every time you do a task where you say to yourself one of these three things in your business, write it down. Oh my God, I hate doing this. Wow, that took way longer than it should have took. Or, oh my gosh, somebody could probably do this way better than me. Write it down and you'll have a list to hand a VA.
Girl, I feel like you just dropped so much gold. And I love the notebook thing. I'm going to start doing that because there's things that I do. I have a VA, but I need to be better at delegating. So I just love it so much. Also, I love how you created a side hustle and turned it into a 6-figure business fully staffed. When did you know it was time? I'm sorry, to scale in this way. My daughter just came in. She wants to say hi. This is real life, y'all. But it's not about scaling business.
Virtual assistant on the rise.
Right there. She's taking notes right now.
When did I know? Yeah, that's a really good question. So I spent the first about 18 months of my business just doing it myself. So it was me and a bunch of clients to the capacity that I could reach. And I remember sitting in a bubble bath where all my great ideas come. And I was like, Ash, you didn't build this business to lock yourself into like a set schedule or a set number of clients. Part of the reason I became an entrepreneur was so that I had financial, locational, schedule freedom. So I decided, much like I did when I started the business 18 months before that, let's go for it. Here we are. My team is incredible. I mean, they're like these goddess rock stars that all work behind the scenes and they're just amazing at what they do. And the amount of gratitude I have for them is unparalleled. And yeah, that's kind of how we got here and how I made the decision.
I love it. So let's get to the bottom line, cut to the chase and all of it. How can we hire you, Ashley? And how can we get to your team of goddesses that are behind you that make it all happen? How can we get to you?
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, I have a website, www.akvirtualassistant.com. You can follow me on Instagram, akvirtualassistant. That's where all the fun stuff happens, all the updates, you can get access to me, my team, everything.
I do, if I can ask this one last question, for some who might be hearing that a VA is, the whole point is virtual, but if somebody is in a completely different state and country, what appeasement or what ease can you give to someone who really wants to hire someone, but they're in a completely different area? How can you make them feel like it's okay?
Right. So, yeah, I mean, it's interesting, I guess. Our work speaks for itself. So when it comes to my team, I mean, I'm happy to do. Oftentimes a client will ask who lives overseas, can you complete a test project? Can we see what it's like to work together? I am always happy for potential clients to speak to current or past clients of mine. Time zone has never been an issue. I live in Canada Pacific time zone in BC. We have clients in London, the UK, Australia, Bali. Like the time zone has never, ever been an issue for us. And I think it doesn't ever need to be. As long as you provide the value, you show up, you're committed to the role, you're committed to your client's success. It doesn't matter where you are in the world to me.
I agree with you, Ashley. I'm on the same page. The work's the work, you get it done, the business and the brands, and I'm so with you on that. And I love how you pour into these businesses to allow them to stay in their zone of genius and do what they do best. So we're so grateful to have you here. We're loving all of this conversation. But when we return, we continue the conversation with Michelle Hammonds and get her take on some hot topics. Don't go anywhere.